Alright. Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my brother and sister-in-law stay in my apartment with their dog? So I, 25 female, live in a small one-bedroom apartment in the Lower East Side, NYC. So she's spending a penny on rent, probably. Anyway, I love my space. It's cozy and just big enough for me and my routine. I also have a pretty severe allergy to dander, pollen, and dust, so I keep my home very clean and have to be careful about animals. A few weeks ago, my brother, 28 male, asked if he and my sister-in-law could crash at my place for a weekend because they were visiting the city for an event. I agreed at first, but then he casually mentioned that they'd be bringing their dog, a very energetic pug. I reminded him of my allergies and said sorry, but the dog can't come into my apartment. I offered a few compromises, like helping them find a pet-friendly Airbnb nearby or suggesting they leave the dog with a friend or sitter for the weekend. But he shot all those ideas down, citing costs. I totally understand that the dog is an extra expense, but you'd think they'd factor the dog into their decision-making more proactively. He got really annoyed and said I was being selfish because they'd already told a friend they wouldn't need them to dog sit, and it cost a lot to have them kept somewhere. I stood firm and said, I can host you guys, but not your dog. It's not fair to me, my space, or my health. We love a boundary setting queen. He got mad and said I was prioritizing my comfort over family, and accused me of not liking their dog, which isn't true. I just literally can't breathe around it, and pug hair gets everywhere, and I literally need a lint roller after. They ended up booking a hotel instead, but now my brother is barely speaking to me, and my parents think I should have just made it work for one weekend to keep the peace. I feel bad they had to spend more money, but it's not like I didn't warn them. Am I the a-hole for refusing to let the dog stay in my apartment? No.
No. Because, she's allergic, clearly.
Yeah. Also, whenever he was like, I already told my friend I didn't need them to dog sit, that implies that their friend offered. And he just doesn't want to be awkward and go back and be like, hey, buddy, actually, I do need you to watch my dog.
Well, why would it be awkward? You're friends.
Exactly. Like, are they not your friend? Do you not really like them?
So I don't understand why it would be awkward to just be like, hey, so sorry, a situation come up. She's allergic to dogs.
Yeah, also,
dog sit for
it's
me.
His sister. I'm sure he knows that she's allergic to dogs.
Right? And the fact that he was like,
Yes,
you're selfish because you just want your comfort.
Yeah, in my own home? In my own home that I pay for in New York City.
She's allergic. What part of that do you not understand? That she's allergic. That she cannot breathe. And she could die from not being able to breathe because she could hyperventilate and then, all these other issues.
Even if it's not as dramatic as dying, even if it's just she'll be...
no matter what you say, a small issue is going to lead to death either way because it's like a domino effect. Something happened and it's like everything goes bad. But anyway, something like that could happen. There's always a possibility. But as a brother...
Yeah, my brother is scared of dogs. He does not like dogs. I know he does not like my dog because she scares him because she barks. I wouldn't be like, hey, Joseph, can I come over? By the way, I'm bringing the dog that you hate. I'm bringing the dog that, terrifies you.
Yeah, this sounds like a very a-hole move.
It's a very big a-hole move. Also, she said she had to remind him, so he knew about the dog allergy.
Yeah.
I know all of JoJo's allergies off the top of my head.
Yeah, but they might not be as close as you are to your brother.
Okay, JoJo doesn't know my allergies, and...
me and my brother are not that close. My brothers don't know my allergies. Maybe except my younger brother. He does know my allergies.
Either way, if you're close enough to be like, hey, yo, I'm visiting New York City. Can I bum in your apartment? You gotta be at least close enough to know that she's allergic to dogs.
Yeah, I feel like OP's not
the a-hole.
I found an interesting one.
Oh, another secondary.
Am I the a-hole for calling off my wedding after discovering my fiance has a secret child?
A what?
That sounds juicy. That this was posted 4 hours ago.
Mine was also posted 4 hours ago. High five.
Oh my god.
Okay, go.
I've been with my fiance, Heisenberg.
Oh. Heisenberg?
Heisenberg.
Is it H-E-I-S-E-N?
Heisenberg.
I think I spelled it wrong, but that's Heisenberg.
Okay, he is a BB fan. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what BB means.
BB?
Yeah.
Keep reading.
BB. For 5 years. And I've spent I spent the whole 2024 planning our wedding. Things were perfect, or so I thought. After the new year, while helping him clean out his office, I stumbled upon a stack of old letters addressed to him. I was so curious, so I opened one and discovered they were from a woman claiming he was the father of her 7-year-old son.
Who writes a letter in 2024?
Apparently her. At first, I thought it had to be a mistake. When I confronted him, he admitted everything, that he had had a brief relationship with this woman before we met, and the child is his. He confessed that he's known about his son for years, but chose not to tell me because he, quote, didn't want to complicate our relationship, quote. He also claimed he occasionally provides financial support, but has no active involvement in the child's life. I was devastated. Not only did he keep such a massive secret, but his lack of involvement in his child's life made me question his character. I couldn't stop imagining what else he might be hiding. Despite loving him deeply, I've decided to call up the wedding. I feel betrayed and can't imagine building a life with someone who would keep something so significant from me. He's begging me to reconsider, saying he's ready to be open about everything and involve his child in our lives. Still, I can't shake the feelings that trust is broken beyond repair. Am I the a-hole for calling off the wedding? Or should I give him another chance?
I don't know. Like, I want to say it's a really weird situation because, one, not cool going through his mail.
Yep, that one is an invasive privacy.
Also not cool of him to, like, keep the child a secret. Like, I'll admit, if he doesn't really have an active role in the child's life and it's just, like, a paycheck every now and again, it's morally gray, but it's not, like, the worst thing he didn't tell her. But also, she makes, like, a good point when she's like, if he's not even, like, he has a child that he doesn't speak to, he's not involved with, if he's ready to drop a whole child, a part of him.
Yeah, that's where I see it from. It's where, like, so if he can do that to another woman,
yeah,
and his child, his blood,
yeah,
what's he gonna do to me when I have a kid?
Yeah.
So plus, like, I feel like trust is something that if you break it, it can never be repaired. It's like a broken glass. You can never put it back together.
Yeah, I feel like you can work back towards it, but you're never going to be, like, at 100%.
Exactly. For me, I would never, ever trust you ever again if you ever did that to me.
I guess, hey, bestie, I have something to tell you. I've had a child this whole time.
No, I'm saying if you ever break my heart, not my heart, God, my trust.
Your parents are right, we're married.
What was that saying? Oh, if I have, like, a boyfriend, if I get a boyfriend or a fiance, if we go that far, and he cheated on me or something, that trust is broken.
I will say, I do need to point out that the child was from before they got together.
I know, I'm not saying they're cheated. I'm saying the trust, that the equivalent of the trust is broken.
Yeah.
Because in this case, he lied to her.
Yeah. It also brings up, like, an interesting, like...
And then how could he just live with that? Knowing that he had a child, knowing that he's hiding this fact from her, and he's still happy with that?
My thing is, like, I will admit not everyone is made to be a parent. If it works out for mom and him, that every now and again he just supports them financially, and that's what works for them, cool, fine. But also, it's, like, an interesting thing where, like, men can just, like, drop their kids when they feel like it.
Yeah, but that I get if he's not trying to build another family.
Yeah.
He's trying to get married.
True, and he kind of hit that. He's like, now what if they have a kid? And he's like, dang, I really don't want to be a dad.
Yeah. Then what?